weather. Sean Quinn is filling in for Ellen Rose tonight. Nice day.
Nice
we
day.
had some changes, don't we?
Yeah, a little less fog today if you're around the beach. As you noticed, maybe some earlier clearing, especially I know down in Oxnard, Ventura, that fog was out of the picture by about 10 a.m. The last few days, more like about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So starting to see just a little crack in the armor of that marine layer, and you can see temperatures in Lompoc dropping a few degrees every half hour or so. That means we're down in the low 60s. Santa Maria at 70, 77 in Paso Robles. A really nice day for a lot of our inland folks today, even though it was warm, and really not that bad. And we're going to watch that fog tracker, of course, try to get the fog out of the picture Saturday morning, and it's going to be a little bit easier to do because, again, we're starting to lose some of that ocean influence. It's been pretty vigorous the last couple of days. The 4th of July holiday, it was actually, we had some really nice weather going right up to the coastline. Then it got a little foggy the last couple, and now it looks like we're going to go back the other way again. Try to clear that fog out by the afternoon. It'll likely come back again, only because we're not going to completely lose it right on the beaches, but it looks like things should start to weaken just a little bit. Big area of low pressure in the Gulf of Alaska has been pushing all that cool, moist air into California. It's very typical for this time of year. You can see over here the monsoon has been pushed away. That's also sort of indicative of a strong onshore presence. Now everything should start to shift a little bit back to the west. That means a big area of high pressure, which keeps this area fairly warm this time of year, is going to start to retrograde, push back into California over the next day or so. And as it does, we expect to see warmer weather approaching all the way to the coastline. Now the immediate coastline could still stay on the cool side, mild side, but inland areas are likely to get very hot and as well very dry. Of course, that's going to remain in play for the next couple of days. But we might see just maybe as the monsoon gets a little closer to Southern California, some drifting clouds, maybe even a little bit of thunder could sneak into some of our inland areas, but more than likely no widespread rain is expected. And again, very warm. Look at the coastal areas the next few days expecting to be warm. Inland areas on the hot side, look at that 109 in Vegas, 109 in Phoenix, and then some thunder around Denver and as well. The Midwest could actually see a big cool down over the next several days. For now, though, it's going to stay on the mild side, even warm, and a little bit of thunder here and there, but really nothing too severe, even though there's been some pretty severe weather outbreaks the last several days. Now, for us, definitely no severe weather the next at least 24 hours or so guaranteed. Morro Bay, your high tomorrow, 65 after being in the very low 60s for your overnight low. Lompoc around 70, Cuyama at 93, and then look at Paso Robles at 97. You're going to likely jump into the low 100s once we get to that forecast. Surf out there is fairly non-existent, and it might actually be a pretty good thing. We really don't have a whole lot of swell out there, but we have these really high tides, which means that the water is going to be high enough as it is, so that's good that we don't have really a whole lot of wave energy pushing it up onto the beaches. There's your forecast. Cooling off about middle of next week, and as well we can introduce a little bit of a chance of thunder on Monday and Tuesday. Beach communities north of Point Conception, virtually no chance of any of that monsoon getting in there, but some of our inland areas put hot and humid on Tuesday. As we start to slowly cool things down, there is a chance that monsoon could sneak back into the region. We'll go ahead and stop on San Luis Obispo, and you'll notice as we start to cool things off, it just stays extra nice as we head toward the next week. And really, the ebb and flow of the marine layer, nothing too shocking in any direction. And again, we'll keep an eye on that monsoon.
Okay, no complaints, truly.